Oh, hi, it's Rich Mclean. You're just about to watch a pretty full-on video, and I just want to just show you the kind of pointy end of the poverty I live in. This is the front door. Yeah, the police came and trespassed on my property with the spare key, which they've still got, to come and collect me, to take me to the psychiatric unit. This is oppression and it's harassment. I'm not insane, and the delusions of grandeur and persecution that the psychiatrist who I'd never even met signed the Mental Health Act to incarcerate me she said I had delusions of persecution, but in actual fact, I know I'm right, and they're all wrong. They exist just simply to prejudice and identify illness. That is what the mental health system does. And unfortunately, that is what other people will also prejudice me with, instead of a human rights award-winning artist, a PhD, a doctor, a person who's travelled the world, a person who's been very fortunate in his life, apart from that drop lip I'm just noticing now from the injury in the hospital. But I'm just wondering, what do you reckon, people? Should I ring the cops about the people who kicked in the door? Because somehow I don't think they're going to fix it. And that's the pointy end of living under oppression from government agencies. And it's serious, it's criminal, and it's profoundly ungodly in the systemic victimisation across the board, from the local cop to the coffee guy to the Attorney General and the Prime Minister, to attack and vilify and identify one person, me, as crazy, and that I should suffer detriment, and that I've lived in poverty for an entire year after the government's basically killed me. And then the government's and the sad thing is, not one person stood in defense of my life and that tragedy. I was victim blamed for wanting to die, because first of all, it was medical malpractice, but second of all, I'd proved beyond reasonable doubt not one person was on my side. And people say they are. They do the least possible to preserve their ideas of what they think they are. But scapegoats and the dreamers and the believers and the shamans, the healers, the witches, the avant-garde, the truth seekers and the truth makers are always historically, archetypally scapegoated, killed, maimed, framed, blamed. They're demonised. But as someone who feels like he's a very unique person with a very unique perspective on the world, not only the physical world and the political world and the monetary world and the justice world and the mental health world, and what's real and what's unreal, and what is psychosis, and we should rename that non-ordinary reality, because it is a unique perspective, and the powers that be don't like free thinkers. They just don't. And I've had a lot of people tell me, why don't you just move on? How do you move on from this? Watch and learn. And I'd like some advice on who's going to fix my door in the house that I'm squatting in. Thanks for listening.